Okay, welcome everyone, and welcome to this inspirational transformation session. Yes, my name is Eric Depp. I am French and I now live in Malaysia. I am an Herbalife distributor for the past 30 years. I live in over 15 countries in the world, and I have been pioneer in 13 of them, starting the Herbalife business. Now, my objective of this session, based on my experience as an independent entrepreneur and human being, is to inspire you to make some changes step by step in your living in order to become what we call the best version of yourself every day. And that is why I created this ITS, I call it, Inspirational Transformation Session. Now, why did I do it on Monday? Now, first of all, because Monday is the first day of the week, apparently. So there is a way, there's a day that we all need to start. So why not start on Monday? Now, secondly, why to do it in the morning? Some of you, it's 6 a.m., some of you, it's 9 a.m., some of you, it's still noontime. There is no better time. This is the start of the day. And when you have a good start, what do you think is going to be the rest of the day, of the rest of the week? For sure, it's going to be unbelievable and fantastic. Don't you think so? Now, why did I call it inspirational instead of motivational? Okay, we have a lot of talks that are about motivation. Now, to me, the difference is enormous. Now, motivation would come from me. It's me to pump you up, to motivate you, to push you. So all is about my ability to persuade you and my speaking habits or my speaking knowledge. And it's all about motivating you. And maybe you will do it. Maybe you will act upon it. All right? Until your motivation is gone. Now, because I'm not behind you, I'm not every second behind you, I'm not every minute behind you to push you, to motivate you, to help you. So I call it an external force, the motivation. Inspiration is completely different, as it is you, the main person, to act upon what are you hear. I do my best in sharing advices, and according to that, to my own experience, it will or will not help you. Now I share this with you, and then you hear it from your side and see if it makes sense to apply it or not. It is you who is the main player to put in action, because now this is a strong desire that really comes from who? From you. It's pushing you from the inside to the outside, not from the outside, me, to you. And I call it an internal force. You are in control when you are inspired. That is a big difference between motivation and inspiring. So please understand, what I will share with you will come only from my own experience. And you do not have to believe one word of what I say, because it is my experience, but you can be sure that is the truth. And some of my experience may happen to you or not, or differently. So you will need to adjust and adapt. But the sharing will be there for you to remember and maybe to act differently. So what I'm saying is, whatever I will share with you is my own experience. And someday, somehow, a situation like that may happen to you. And according to the information that you're going to hear from me, something can come up on your mind and say, hey, I remember that. Maybe I can apply that. All right. So my goal of this session, an episode, this is the first episode, is to share with you some of my experience in order for you to be ready to face some situation of life, to be ready to act, to be ready to live with abundance and energy, to have a productive day, a productive week, a productive month, and why not a productive year, to become more effective and transform your mindset into a powerful machine, turning happiness, greatness, action, kindness into a reality of every day for you. So, are you ready to start? And if you are ready, we get started for the next 60 minutes. Now, how many of you know how to attract good luck and good energy? How many of you, by the way, believe it's possible? In the next 20 minutes, I will show you how a 15 to 30 minutes repetitive behavior can completely change your world inside and outside. After these 15 to 20 minutes to 30 minutes, I'm going to talk to you. You will know exactly how you can control yourself and really become the person you always wanted to be. Let me show you now. And it's called having a ritual. So today is about ritual, all right? Now, let's understand and let's define ritual. Now, I went around, and ritual is a sequence of activities involving body movement, words, action, or object performed in a sequestered place and according to a set of sequences. What do I mean by that? It means that you decided a ritual is something that you're going to go or you're going to do somewhere, and it has a set of rules, number 1 to number 10, and you follow the sequences. Now, in psychology, the term ritual is sometimes used in a technical sense for a repetitive behavior systematically used by a person, and usually they say it's to help to prevent anxiety. That means that not only is seeing believing, but doing is believing. Not only seeing is believing, but doing is believing. In a new study, listen to that, researchers look at how ritual may play a role in reducing your anxiety and stress level. How many of you would like to diminish the stress? How many of you are always anxious about something? How can you decrease that? We call it by ritual. So, what I was saying is, in a new study, researchers on ritual says that it may play a role in reducing your anxiety and stress level. The mechanism behind this may be that rituals provide the brain a sense of structure, regularity, predictability. Do you understand? Structure, regularity, predictability. That means that when you do something, you know what to expect, so you have less stress. And this is why ritual play an important role in people's life today. A well-practiced ritual are repetitive and predictable. Repetitive and predictable. And researchers believe they can give our brains the sense of control and the structure that everybody would say craving. That means that we need. And those feelings help to reduce, alleviate, take away our stress. This is what is ritual, the definition of a ritual, all right? And you will see in some occasion that a ritual, majority of the successful people today have a ritual. Different ritual, each of them, but they have one. So before we get really into the heart of the ritual, my question would be, do you have one? Do you have a ritual for you in life? Because if you don't have, that is the time for you to listen now. Because why having a ritual? Now, a ritual is going to help you, as we heard, a few things. Number one, it's going to help you for self-discipline. Self-discipline. It's going to help you to be prepared into your performing. It's going to help you to practice, to give us the right spirit. That's what is a ritual for. It gives you the right spirit. It helps you to become a better person, to improve your skills, to develop yourself, to be ready, what I call for the unexpected. That is a ritual. Look into any field where you have successful people. I don't know if you know about rugby. Now, you look at rugby. When one player wants to shoot to get between the goal, look at him. He's doing 3 or 4 steps behind, turning a bit of the right or the left, thinking, looking, doing a few gestures. These gestures are for him to get the confidence that he's going to hit the ball at the right time, at the right place, to go right between the 2 goals. That's number one. How many people that perform on stage, before to go on stage, they have a ritual behind stage? Maybe they drink a whiskey. Don't know. Maybe they pray. Maybe they do some gesture that is going to help them to get the confidence, to get the 100% energy. Maybe they clap in their hand. Maybe they do something to give them the energy. Look in a soccer field. If you look in the soccer games or in a cricket game or any sports at a high level, you will see that the players usually have their own cabinet. And in their own cabinet, they have things properly arranged the way that they want. They have that kind of shoes, that kind of flower maybe, that kind of picture. And before to go on the field, they have kind of a vision. They do something to give them the best ability to become the best player. So ritual happen in any kind of a life. Mainly it happened to who? To people that understand success. Now, usually people who don't bother, you know, they don't care about that. Success is not a big deal. You see, some people said, oh, well, but you are doing your ritual and it's quite boring. Well, I believe that having a job 8 to 9 or 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock or 9 to 5, as we call it in Europe, it's quite boring as well. So I can do something for 20 minutes in a day which sounds boring, but that's going to give me all the energy that I need for the whole day. That's called a ritual. Why having a ritual? I hope that you understand why. Now, let me help you on what kind of ritual can we have. Now, we can have a ritual which could be reading habits. A reading in the morning. That's a ritual. Or in the day. I do not know. You can have a ritual of exercising. That's a ritual because you do it every day. It is predictable. Now also, when you go to the gym, you don't go to the gym and scratch your head and say, okay, what am I going to do today? Usually, it's planned. So you have a ritual of exercising. Usually, you can have a ritual regarding your eating or your drinking habits. I was mentioning that sometimes some people, before they go on stage, they have a whiskey. That's a ritual for them. Now, is it a good ritual? I'm not quite sure, because elsewise it's not the best. But maybe for them, it gave them the to go and the confidence. I don't know. But you must have a ritual regarding also your food habits. What to eat, how to eat, prepare it in advance. Why? You don't go before lunch and say, okay, what am I going to eat today? Usually you prepare it in advance, even so it's 15 minutes in advance, or even it's a morning time. You say, okay, what am I going to eat today? Ritual about personal development, improving your skills, listening to tapes. That's a ritual. It's something that you do every day. Waking up, it's a ritual. What time are you waking up? 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning? I don't know. But usually, successful people wake up at the same time. Same time. Bang! As a matter of fact, I don't know how they do sometimes, because I'm not there yet. They don't need a clock. They have what we call the body clock. So at 5 a.m., bang! Their body shut up and they say, hey, let's go for it. Because they are ready to wake up. What ritual? You need a ritual for your free time, your relaxation. A lot of us, we work in a day, but you don't take time to relax, even 5 minutes. That's a ritual to have every day. 5 minutes relaxation, 10 minutes. Maybe some of you like to meditate. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour. I do not know. You need to have your performance ritual. Before, example, if you go on stage, or before you go to see a client, or before you're going to introduce yourself into a negotiation, have a kind of ritual that gives you that confidence. That's called a ritual. A ritual is part of our life every single day. There are some religious rituals as well. So whatever the ritual that you want to have, the important point is, what is your best ritual? The most adapted to you, to your circumstances, and to your situation. Start to think about what kind of ritual could I have every day? What kind of ritual could I have every day? Because now, let me tell you, when is the best time to have a ritual? My personal opinion says in the morning. In the morning is the best time to have your ritual. And this is what I'm going to explain to you now. Why is that morning is the most important? Do you know why? It set your day. When you wake up, how do you wake up? Are you ready for the day? How do you get the best energy for the day? How do you get the best vision for your day? How do you get the most inspirational and excitement for the day? How you do that? How you get that? It's when you wake up. When you wake up, you get all of that. Now, some of you, it looks like I'm speaking Mandarin or German and you don't understand the language. Why? Because some of you, I've never heard about that before. You wake up because it's normal to wake up. No. The first point is, what is your purpose to wake up? Let me ask you, what is your purpose to wake up for you? Why do you wake up? Some of you may not know. Well, I'm alive. Oh, that's a great purpose, to live. Okay, that could be good. Okay. Now, to be honest with you, in order to prepare your wake up, you need to work that on the evening the day before. What do you mean? Well, what I would suggest you is the night before, you prepare the reason you wake up the next day and you plan the day before, the night before. Why? Because so when you wake up, you are full of your energy. You are ready to go on. You're not like, okay, so I just wake up. Next, what is next? And it takes you time and time and time to get ready for that. You don't want that. You want to be ready. You want to be attacking the day. And in order to do that, you have to get the purpose to wake up. My purpose, my children, my family. That is my purpose. Why do I wake up? To be alive with my family. That's my first purpose, to wake up. You know? Now, what do you mean by wake up? Hold on a minute. What do you mean I do my ritual when I wake up? It's true. Some people wake up like zombie. You know, they wake up, go shower, take shower, clean the teeth, go down, dress, maybe before going down, it's better. Dress, go down, have a coffee. Hello, honey. How are you? That's it. Coffee and they go. Okay? But you can't wake up like that. You don't want to be wake up like a zombie. It's not you now. You can start to have a special, I call it, regimen for your brain, for your mind, for your body. You can start to change right now. Remember, most of the cases, your mind controls your body. If your mind is set up for a successful day, your body will follow. Try to tell you, oh, I'm happy, and you have your body like this. It's not going to work out. But if you do like this, I'm happy, it's immediately the whole thing. Your mind controls your body, not the opposite side. Some of you, when you wake up, goes through the phone immediately, the emails, the news. What is the news? My goodness, the pandemic. What is my gosh? What about the president here? What about the president there? What happened in my society? Who died? Who live? What is the bad news? Now, is it the right way to make your mind strong? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure if it's the right things to do in the morning. If you look at the news, usually a majority of the news are bad news. So if you have bad news, is it going to help you to get a positive attitude? Not sure of that. If you start immediately going on your emails, that means that you do more recognition on other people or phone than on yourself. The first person that needs to be in shape, that needs to be in control, that needs to be spiritually strong is you, nobody else. So take the time for you first. Number one is you and your family. Number two is the others. If you react that way, it's going to help you drastically to change. So take a time for you in the morning. Get in shape mentally, physically. Do that first. Remember, it's your choice. Now, of course, what to do, what to choose is not that easy. You need also to do what we call some homework. Going around, looking what other people do. For me, I believe, and I want to suggest you, I have a few rituals that could help you drastically to change your mindset. And it will change your day. And I'm going to give you some examples for you to choose which one is your best ritual for you. Number one for me, being grateful for what you have. Now, many people don't understand that. They don't, as a matter of fact, they may understand, but they don't take the time to think about it. Be grateful for what you have. Think about it. What do you have? And be grateful for what you have, first of all. Number two, one of my rituals is the breathing exercise. Breathing exercise. Why? Because try to stop to breathe and see what happened. You die. So how many of you and how many of us would like to breathe perfectly so your body got the best oxygen in order to energize your full body in the morning? Have a drink of water in the morning as well. This is a ritual. It's not that, oh, I'm drinking water, whoom. No, have a ritual of doing that. Have a ritual of seeding and visioning. Seeding and visioning. Now, maybe some of you do not know what is the difference, okay? Visioning is thinking about something. Seeding is about thinking about it and having the feeling about it. So yes, we need to be happy for what we have. We need to be grateful for what we have. It does not mean that you cannot have more. I don't know who said to you that we cannot have more. No, you can have more, but you need to visualize and you need to seed it into having the feeling of it. Feel it. A great time is relaxing. You need to relax in a day. Meditating, I don't know, but relax. Try to 5 to 10 minutes thinking of nothing. You will see how difficult it is. Do some, I call it in French, incantation into positivity. That means I am strong, that kind of things. I am successful today. I am powerful today. I'm a money manager. I attract money. These kind of phrases that looks a bit, I understand, silly, but I'd rather be silly than broke and negative. So I'd rather be silly than broke and negative. So yes, it's true. Positive thinking is also very good. But if I do my positive thinking with my face like, oh, I am strong, I'm a good husband, I'm a strong leader. You see, there's no feeling. So when you do that, your positive thinking, your positive incantation, your positive declaration is the right word. Feel it, show it. The best way is in front of a mirror. It's not only what you say, but it's about how you say it. A ritual is about that. Your gesture, your belief, your spirit, your energy. That's what this is about. Reading. A ritualized reading. What kind of books are you reading? Comics books? Magazine? The last woman in the town that had a beautiful hair? The last man that showed his watch? What are you reading? Now, whatever you are reading, is it inspiring to you? Does it make you a better person? I have that question for you. So think about it. A lot of people put food in their stomach, but they forgot to put books into their brain. They forgot to read. Don't do that. Decide a ritual of reading X numbers of minutes every day. Mainly in the morning. It gives you the spirit of the day and some great input. How about to do a few physical and stretching exercise to have your body wake up with you? Yes, you can do a 5 to 10 minutes exercise stretching in the morning that's going to give the energy that your body needs every single day. That's part of your ritual. And if you did never do any ritual, now is the time for you to do one. Now is the time for you to plan one. Now is the time to push yourself, to be inspired by what I did share with you for the past 30 minutes in order for you to start to have a good day, a full day with a positive spirit. And that is about the ritual that everybody can have every single day. So let me ask you, what if what you have heard today, you could start every day to put it in practice? Do you think that it will enhance your life or make it more terrible? Of course not. It will give you the peps that you need. So I challenge you this week to put in practice some of these suggestions to create your own way and apply it every day. And I guarantee you that at the end of this week, you will be a different person. Remember, we're all human. We are not tree. Therefore, we can improve and we can change when we are ready. Are you ready for it? If you are, act now. So let's start to implement. Let's start to live a full life of health and wealth. And I will see you next week into my second episode of our inspirational transformation session. And remember, my name is Eric Depp. I am here for you. And you have a wonderful, fantastic week. I'll see you next week. Same time, with more enthusiasm. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.